Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for American Horror Story Freak Show, Season 4, Episode 8, Bloodbath. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host, Omikins, a.k.a. Nikki.
Hi.
Hello. Rachel.
Hello.
And Mike.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
What's everybody up to tonight?
Made chicken noodle soup
Yeah, where's mine?
over there.
I had a burger that I want another of.
If you guys want it, you guys can come get it. Fly cross country.
So what do you guys think of this episode?
All the things.
All the things.
There was literally a bloodbath.
Yes. Yeah. It's like, well, it's getting close to the end, so they're starting to ramp it up.
See, I didn't feel like there was any ramping at all. It just seemed like the same old shit from the last couple episodes. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, it is different, but it just seemed like it's at the same level. Like, Elsa's still being blamed for things when, she did or did not do it. And then Jimmy's being a whiny little bitch. And then, Maggie or Esmeralda is still being fake. And, all the other people are pissed off at guys. And they're all feminists and things. And it's just, it seems the same as the last couple episodes.
You mean Madison?
No,
not Madison. I would prefer Madison right now, actually.
Wow, we've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, right?
Dandy's mother,
Gloria.
She started off this episode in a psychiatrist's office, but they didn't reveal the psychiatrist.
Very interesting.
Do you think this was just because the psychiatrist didn't matter and they didn't feel the need to show him off and just thought it was a cool, angle to film it at? Or do you think this is going to be some kind of big reveal?
I always had the feeling that was like a big reveal.
Big reveal.
Any guesses?
I think it's going to be that one guy from Asylum.
The
doctor?
What? The doctor?
Yeah, what's his face? Yeah.
The one that did all the crazy experiments?
Wasn't
Maybe
he
not.
German, though?
Yeah.
Was he German?
He was.
He was
yeah,
German.
Right. It's gonna be some big reveal. They were not showing his face for a reason.
Yeah.
I think it's the guy that we saw later on in the Elsa flashbacks of putting
The
the
Axeman?
legs. Yeah, the
No.
Axeman, basically.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess the voice did seem a little familiar.
Ooh la la.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We get to see some flashbacks with Dandy, though.
Oh, Dandy.
Dandy's been killing since he was young.
Yeah. He's been a fucked up little child.
Poor little kid.
That poor dog.
He was biting
gardener's
off
child.
his mom's nips when he could barely even see straight. That's how fricked up he is.
I don't think she breastfed him.
A good reason not to.
Killed the cat. Probably killed the.
Was that a cat or I thought it was a dog?
No, it was a
Like a
cat.
dog.
It was
It
a
was
cat.
a cat.
Big for a dog. Or a cat.
Yeah, it looked like a dog to me.
No, but
It
she
was a
said
cat.
it was a cat. She said I was complaining that the cat was digging in my azaleas, and so he killed the cat.
Okay.
Well, he's killed many animals, so
And
I
then the
guess you could
gardener's
say.
kid disappeared.
Mm-hmm. But then we found out, about that she married her second cousin, and his dad was a little. Oh,
See, as far as
the things he did to those little girls. What the
this is
flying flapjacks?
scientifically, they say that marrying your second cousin is far enough away
Yeah,
genetically to preserve diversity and shit.
But
but
his,
back then they didn't.
Well,
They didn't know.
his father was already screwed up.
yeah, it's not only
Yeah.
that, but I think it was the psychological ramifications because at the age of 4, this information was revealed to him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
So
If he knew what his knew that his dad did stuff to little girls. That's
Did he know about that, or did he find out about that later? He just knew that his.
I don't know.
He did know.
Dora,
He did know.
this is what Dora told him.
Dora told him all of it. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So.
Dora.
So it kind of it's starting to make sense now why he's targeted Dora. You know, he's got some pent up aggression towards this whole situation, and now in this episode he offs his mother.
Oh my god! I really didn't see that coming.
He put the gun to his head. I was like,
yes, do it. I was like, do it.
No.
I am not an advocate for suicide in any way, shape, or form. But
unless the guy's name is Dandy.
Unless his name is Dandy.
I didn't see him. That was totally.
I don't know. See, I didn't expect Danny to die at all because I expect Neil Patrick Harris to take care of him. And he better do it good. I want to see amazing death from Dandy because Neil did it.
But yeah, I
have you met Dandy?
So, no, I do not want to meet Dandy.
At least we know who didn't watch How I Met Your Mother.
Rachel's never seen an episode. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but the whole thing with the mother was really kind of shocking. Like, so we had Gabby Gabori, whatever her name was, show up looking for her mother.
You should have had luck there, Gabby. Yeah. You just came a long way for nothing.
You came a long way to get murdered. That's what you came.
You came a long way to die, yeah.
You know what, now that I think about it, 'cause she's coming back from law school, she's going to find out some way, and she's going to get out of it, and she's going to probably lock Dandy up, and he's going to be in the asylum.
Maybe.
Well, the doctor already wants to lock his ass up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Temporary commitment, yeah.
It would be more interesting if we had a character in the asylum that we knew was going to be Dandy, but I don't remember any character that would have fit that bill.
They could have screwed his head up so freaking bad that you wouldn't know the character because he's not the same person anymore.
Yeah.
It's true.
They did all kinds of fun stuff.
Dandy, previously to killing his mother, tried to get his mother to kill Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
Mother was toying with the idea. And the thing that gets me is in the preview for this week's episode that we saw last week,
I know.
there was a scene where Gloria has the gun up against Gabby's head.
Exactly. They're fucking with us.
That scene was not in this episode at all.
Nope.
They're fucking with us because if you remember in the end of the first episode, like this season, and it shows you all those previews, you saw Ma Petite being drowned.
Because in there was a flash forward where she was being drowned.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. They were screwing with us because I was expecting her to die, and then the mom died. So I was like, "What?
Yeah,
what?
Totally.
What?
Like, did they intentionally film the scene just to fuck with us, or is this something that just ended up getting cut out of the scene? You think this got edited?
Maybe it got cut out. Maybe it's a little bit of candy for us next episode from what happened between midday to evening, from when they saw Gabby and to when Dandy told his mother to kill Gabby to
maybe
when
she went
his
to
mother
kill her and she talked
maybe there'll be a flashback of her going to, and then she didn't.
Could be.
Maybe she
Well,
did.
it did look like it was during the day, so
Yeah,
it could be.
She might have talked her out of it. She's a lawyer. She's probably pretty good with words.
yeah.
But then, as we said, the episode's title, Bloodbath, Dandy literally took a bloodbath. He bathed in his mother's blood, and this was right after having a conversation with the psychologist, right, that he got tricked into going to in the first place. He was not too happy about that, but had this whole thing about eating human flesh to gain their power, and if just bathing in their blood would do the same. So
what power would he gain from his freaking insane, ugly mother?
Well, it's history. I mean, I'm going to go back. Elizabeth, like I said before, Elizabeth Bathory, she used to bathe in virgin blood. She killed over 650 virgins to bathe in their blood because she thought it would make her stay young.
Well, Danny's mom is neither a virgin or young or beautiful. So
And her power of persuasion, I don't know what he was thinking.
she's
But,
a
I
horrible
mean,
liar. Why does he want
Yeah.
to absorb that? I mean, come on.
I don't know, but I mean, people have done it in history for stranger reasons.
Maybe it's just his thing. I mean, I was making comparisons to Dexter a couple times. Well, you know, his thing was taking a drop of blood and putting it on a blood slide. That was his thing. So maybe Dandy's thing is just taking a dip in all the drained out blood of his victim, which that bathtub was filled with way too much blood just to be from his mother.
The difference between
It looks
Dexter
like it was
and Dandy.
diluted with water, but yeah.
Yeah. The difference between Dexter and Dandy is Dexter had it down to the note. He knew exactly what he was doing. His blood slide was a trophy. Dandy has no fucking idea what he's doing. He's still trying to find himself.
Right.
Well, and then think about it. His mom's always been there to clean up his messes when he screwed up, and now she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Who's gonna clean up his messes now?
He's gonna have to put on his big boy pants.
His big boy pants.
He wasn't
I'm a
wearing
big
any
kid
big boy
now.
pants. He wasn't. I mean, that scene.
Yeah,
he's
just-
walking up with his robe. I'm like, I want to see his ass. I want to see his ass. I want to see his ass. And the robe drop. I'm like, oh.
Butt shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the most horrible scene ever.
And all I could think of was, so that's what a hairless man's ass looks like.
Pasty white, hairless man ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now to cut. Yeah. Okay.
So
Last night was schlongs. Tonight is ass.
Perfect.
Get.
speaking of, I don't even know what to segue into. So Ma Petite.
Speaking of
say-
asses, Dell motherfucker took out Petite, and now they found out. Oh God.
Ma Petite.
Oh, I know, that was sad.
It was a lot more impactful on the group than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be tragic, but I did not realize that Elsa was going to be so...
Dramatic?
I don't know, dramatic is the word. I think that was a genuine reaction out of her.
She was genuinely reacting to Ma Petite being dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of sucked, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
granted, we saw the exact same thing for Ethel when Ethel was later killed, right? But that was an act.
Perfect.
That was an act.
That was so
Yeah.
bad. That was bad acting 101.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still the same over-the-top reaction, but
That was a
an
little
act.
more.
Ma Petite was definitely genuine.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize, like, you know, Ma Petite kind of represented the innocence of the whole freak show.
Yeah, I loved how Elsa put it, that she's like, that only people can handle a little bit of God's love, and she was an angel, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to cry, but I'm not going to.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
So Ethel kind of got it in her head that Ma Petite was killed off by Elsa.
Yeah.
And she planned on doing Elsa in.
How can
Yeah.
you blame her? She overheard her saying that she, killed the twins.
The thing is, though, like, we actually saw the scene, right? You know, we know Elsa's character. She did kind of look like, it was like, you're being stupid. Kind of like, yeah, that's a way to deal with it, you know? But she had, like, this, like, you're an idiot kind of, I'm intrigued / yeah, it was, Ethel heard it, she didn't see it, so she assumed the worst.
Yep.
Well, I mean, what does Ethel have? What does she have to lose? Nothing.
No, which is the horrible part.
Mhm.
I mean, that's how she thought, which is not truth at all.
Okay, I want to know how many people laughed when she shot her in the fake leg.
I did giggle a little bit.
I
I was
mean-
like, ah!
Why? Why would anyone aim for that?
Just to cripple her?
She was going to shoot her in the leg, cripple her, and then while she writhed in pain, do some moving
Monologuing.
speed, some monologue over her before, finishing her off. Well,
Well-
that plan went out the window when,
She's
the
not a
leg
James
turned out
Bond
to be
villain.
wood.
Elsa was walking out of her tent at that moment. If Elsa would have got shot outside her tent, I'm pretty sure somebody would have saw.
Right.
The gunshot doesn't attract anybody else in the whole place?
That was my question when I saw
know,
it. How
right?
soundproof is her tent?
I mean, obviously we know it's not soundproof because they had the other guy screaming in the trailer, and people.
But that's a trailer. That's not Elsa's tent.
Exactly. So if they heard him screaming in a trailer, then how could they not?
But that's a
hear
trailer, not Elsa's tent.
No, the trailer has still got paper thin freaking walls. I mean, and they're not gonna have any 5-star,
but it's a
fifth
tent.
wheels in there.
It's a tent. So
I know,
probably
but you
they
saw
need
how many curtains and things and folds she has in that tent.
I'm gonna
No,
build a
stop.
blanket for it, and I'm gonna shoot off a gun inside the blanket for it. And you tell me if you can hear me from the next room.
But that's blankets. That's not a heavy tent material.
She has blankets and curtains and things hung up to make
Also
it look
with
pretty.
heavy outside tent material.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay,
There's
how
no
about
way
also-
that material is soundproof.
No, it's
I'm
not
gonna
going to
shoot
completely
you with the gun,
soundproof
Mike.
things. No,
How
it's going to
many
muffle
notes
it, make
that
it
the
sound
whole was
different.
I'm gonna wrap you in the tent, Mike, and then shoot you.
Gonna wrap me in a tent and shoot me. Okay.
See if you can hear that. So, I don't even know anymore. Ethel, she said, yeah, she left a note for Jimmy. Suicide note.
Elsa told her story too, and which was kind of cool for us.
What I want to know is if they were so close, why didn't Ethel know about Elsa's story?
I don't think a lot of people know about Elsa's story. I think she wanted people to know.
No,
She
She didn't want people to know she was a freak like them.
She said
who
she
did
was
she
ashamed.
tell? She told one other person. Was it Stanley?
No.
Mm,
Yes. No?
No, it was Bet and Dot. She told, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told one other person, and she hasn't told anybody ever.
I don't know. I thought maybe it was. I thought it
can't
was
remember
just
what
us.
she thought.
I thought somebody left the tent and she took that off, and we saw her like that.
Oh, it was Mordrake. That's how we saw the
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right.
Okay, I'm not confused anymore.
Yeah, I was like, I knew she told someone. Who was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The whole thing, Ethel was more hurt and betrayed than anything. You know, that's what really sent her over the edge. You know, and then when her illness came into play there, you know, like she knew she was on borrowed time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think she's trying to right a wrong.
yeah, she wanted to kind of go out with a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
You know.
Purposes of
There's so many
Flying
other
daggers to the
purposes she
eye.
could have
There are.
freaking got.
They are, but she's trying to do this. Don't forget, she's trying to do this in the name of Ma Petite and everybody else who else is wronged. You know, so I can see where she's coming from. I can. You know, but
Assumptions never get anybody anywhere. And I know they're not going to go to the police or anything, but she could have did a little bit more digging to find out what happened to Ma Petite.
yeah.
That's true.
I thought for sure there was going to be when Elsa went to the table to grab the gun that Elsa was going to see it and she was going to shoot, and then they were going to.
what gun? It was a knife.
It was,
That
a
was a
knife.
knife. Yeah, the knife, and then Elsa had the gun pointed at Elsa's back.
We already know that Elsa's a plus knife thrower.
Yeah, Paul
Yeah.
knows all about that shit.
Paul, yeah. But I was just hoping for,
You know
Elsa to
what?
pull the trigger and Elsa throw the knife and crossfire.
That scene now with Paul just
Yeah.
even goes to show you even more how much of an intentional thing it was, because she hit her dead on in that eye.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was bull's eye. Get it?
She got 100 points. Yay.
Yay.
That's a cat eating the microphone.
Okay, we'll make it stop.
Yeah, please.
Then Elsa decided that she had to cover this up, obviously. You know, she's not going to get caught for this.
Of course you won't.
So she gets Stanley to help her. You surprised she went to Stanley?
No.
No. He's the only outside person that has enough. Like, he came up with the idea to kill the twins. Of course she's going to go to
She
him.
trusts him because she wants to go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know if she trusts him. She just believes that he can do things for her.
Well, she has to trust him in some way. Otherwise.
Well, now she does, because he
Yeah.
pulled it off.
So.
Pulled it off. He
Decapitation by
staged it.
cheating.
He staged it just like a movie stunt, you know, whatever. And,
Yeah.
you know, he relates it to Hollywood. This is how people do it in Hollywood.
I like the fact that Meg was just so happened to be out there picking flowers.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
of course.
Elsa just bought it right up, though. She's just like, yep, that's Hollywood. That's how things are done in Hollywood. Yeah, I believe that. And to be honest, it probably is. You know?
Especially back then.
Yeah.
Probably more so now. But,
Yeah.
you know, and it also helped it keep the distraction, like you said, it keep people from focusing on her eye and the fact that her head's missing. Nobody's going to really examine her eyeball.
Yep.
You know, and everyone else just kind of accepted it because, like, Dell knew she was sick.
Yep. His wife knew she
Matt,
was sick.
what's her name?
Desiree.
Desiree. Yeah, Desiree knew she was sick. So Elsa, I think, you know, she was she
over the
informed?
top.
I think Elsa was told by Ethel.
I don't think
in like her
told.
final moments. I believe
I
so.
really
When she
don't
said she
think-
left a note,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she said she was sick. I don't think
Did
she
she?
went into like detailed explanation, but she said she was sick or something. She left a note. She was dying anyway. So
She probably didn't word it exactly like that, but I think she did say something along those lines.
yeah, Jimmy didn't take it very well, did he?
course
no,
not.
he didn't want to believe it. But you know,
Of
it's
course
his
not.
mother.
His mother, the only person who really
Cared
about him.
about him.
I mean, yeah, he has the whole troop, but
That's his mom.
yeah.
I mean, he's
She
got
protected
Dell now.
him.
He's got
She
Dell.
protected-
I think Dell really does care about him.
Well, now I don't know. As much as Dell could care about anyone, I guess.
You saw what happened when Dell told Jimmy to go in the direction of Mon Petit with the dog, and as soon as Jimmy starts yelling out, you just saw him grab onto that tree and just like
I don't know if it was more him, feeling for Jimmy as far as it was like, oh God, I really did it, and oh my God, it's really going to be found out. I'm so guilty right now.
I think it was a little of everything.
Yeah, I would say a little of everything.
You know, I definitely think he's having remorse for doing it, but he's also sending his own son in there to find it, and that's not something.
If he really cared about Jimmy, why would he send Jimmy to find the dead body? That is so traumatic.
Jimmy's
Why
the
would
most genuine of all of them. Like Jimmy's gonna sell it.
What about the big
for him.
lady? The big lady loved Ma Petite because they were complete opposites. Why not send her?
Well, she wouldn't have the dog.
The Amazon woman.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dell's not going to be able to tell the Amazon woman to go in this direction.
After she kicked his ass.
She's not going to listen to him. There's no way he's going to convince her to go in that direction. She'll go in the complete opposite direction.
Jimmy is the best fit, but I mean, there are a lot of other people that would have went that way, and if he really
None
cared
of the
about
other
Jimmy,
females would. Right? You got to look at that because they all know now what happened to the Amazon lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they all sat in a circle. They talked about it. Like, they all know. So that leaves basically Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's the only man there. You know, outside Salty, but I don't really think you're going to get Salty to cohesively... He's not the best person to find it.
Well,
you know?
he was walking with him,
Yeah.
and he had the bloodhound, and there came to a thing, and he just said, "Here, you go this way, I go that way." He knew where it was, obviously, but it would take the attention off of him. If he would have found all the bloody rags and stuff like that, people would have probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he
probably
could have
wouldn't have been a
stuck with
genuine-
Jimmy. He could
It
have.
wouldn't have been genuine.
He could have,
Well,
but I don't think he wanted to walk on and see that. Like, I don't think he would have been able to have a genuine reaction.
No, he
Strong
wouldn't.
man, my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wouldn't have had a genuine reaction like Jimmy did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he'd feel guilty, and he'd feel like somebody would be able to tell he was feeling guilty as opposed to feeling sad or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't think he would know how to act the act, you know?
Yeah, the worst
Yeah.
thing is they're all actors, and
Right.
if you can't pull off something like that, I mean, why the hell are you there?
They're all
go
performers.
away. Exactly.
They're
He
not
could've
actors,
just-
though.
He could have been completely silent, blank stare, completely looked shocked, and fell on his knees, and that would have been genuine in a different sense. That's
I don't think anyone would have
minimal
bought it.
acting. Minimal.
I just don't think he wanted to be anywhere near that.
I agree with Dom.
It's a little wuss is what he is.
He is. He is.
Yeah, he is.
Exactly is. You know, and
He's a
then,
fruit, remember?
Yeah.
Hey, that doesn't mean people like him
I'm so
Are
quick to
wusses.
agree with Rachel, I didn't even realize what she said.
I'm telling Kiggles on you guys.
I was just like, yeah. And
What
then
did
I'm
I
like,
do?
Oh. So,
Horrible.
yeah, but then, like you said, we were just talking about all the women were banding together. You know, when Penny, comes in and she's, like, really upset. Lizard Girl. She wants to go exact some kind of revenge on her father, and all of a sudden everybody's like,
girls.
let's do it. It's girl
Women
power.
Girl
Yeah.
power. Yeah,
Girl power.
yeah.
We get the Powerpuff Girls over here.
It kind of was.
They got a mission, and they're not gonna stop anything through it. You get the lady who's she's just the torso, whatever. She gets to creep through the window, unlock the door. She gets in, stealths in. They're already up the stairs. Little does the guy know. But
Yeah.
Penny's all for this. She at first she's a little apprehensive, but by the end of it, she's like, no, let me do it. Pours the tar. I didn't even realize it was tar.
Yeah,
and she's like,
put
oh,
our soup
let
on
that soup simmer.
And then it bubbled, and she'll tell you, I was like, what the fuck is that woman cooking?
I mean, they said
That's no
soup.
soup I want.
They said soup, so I assumed it was still food. I'm like, it
Right.
must be molasses or something. You
But
know?
she thought poison.
Those bones or something in it and feed it to people. I
It
don't
was
know.
just a really thick soup.
tar and feather him.
Yeah,
Which
that-
in the 50s, I don't think he's going to survive that.
He's gonna have major third-degree burns.
Well,
He's
don't
gonna have-
it was not
Yeah.
molten tar either. It's not like at the hottest it could be. They said that they kept it on a low simmer. It's still gonna burn, but I don't think at that temperature it was gonna kill you.
Yeah,
When
it's
she
when
took-
the oven mitts
Yeah.
away from his face.
When
Yeah,
she
it
took his
ripped
hands
skin
away,
off.
it ripped his skin off. So it was hot enough to change the consistency of his skin and rip it
It's-
away from muscle.
It's
Third-
bound to his skin in certain places. To remove it, skin's going to come with it. And we're talking the 50s here. He's going to catch an infection. And yeah, there were antibiotics and stuff like that.
Gangrene.
But in the long run, this is ultimately very likely going to be his cause of death. Really, I'm talking realistically here. I don't know how they're going to do it in the show.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see very much of him anymore.
No,
No.
he's done. He's
Probably
completely
not.
done.
No.
I mean,
But-
but here's the other thing: if Maggie didn't step in, Maggie of all people, being the voice of reason here, like, what is up with her?
She is.
Hey, she stopped the man from
she's-
getting his junk cut off.
She's
Well, they were
so.
gonna kill him anyway, so it doesn't really
She's
matter.
feeling so guilty about everything she's involved with, as far as the freaks disappearing and having to go in their little curiosity shop. She doesn't want anything to do with that. She's in love
But I
with
mean,
Jimmy.
she
She's
just covered up the death of Jimmy's mother.
We know she had been part of that.
but she had to. Stanley has something on her.
Yes, he does. We know that.
So I
But
mean,
we don't know what it is, right?
yeah,
Right.
we have
have
no
no idea what
idea.
it is.
And he says, "You have to do this for me." And he's waving it in front of her face, and she's going, "Oh God, this hurts so much. My morality and my soul, it's being corrupted. I am such a little blonde bimbo."
It's the.
I want to
was-
let them do it.
What could he have evidence on against her? Like in the 50s, she had an abortion.
She had a kid
the
out
South?
of wedlock.
She had a kid out of wedlock. Yeah, or she murdered her ex-boyfriend.
There's a lot
Was-
of other things too.
Yeah, I know, but
A lot of things back then in the 50s.
She could have accidentally
shame.
spit on somebody's pretty new shine shoes, and she got. You know what? It doesn't matter. He's got something on her. And it doesn't have to be as extreme as killing or abortion or child out of wedlock. It can be something simple that people just didn't tolerate back then.
like marrying out of wedlock.
Marrying out of wedlock?
Oh
Yes,
God, having
yes.
a kid out of wedlock.
Yes,
Oh my
marrying
God.
out of wedlock. Yes,
I am obviously tired. I'm sorry.
that's
That's
clearly it.
interesting.
Mike, have you ever married out of wedlock?
Yes. I don't even know.
I'm not tolerating this. You can't be on my show anymore.
Then again, there could have been something that she didn't do directly. Like, let's say she was molested or raped by someone, because that, even though it wasn't her fault, it still creates shame.
She
upon
could
her.
have been a witness and is
Ooh.
under a different alias, and he's gonna go, "Hey, I can release your real identity."
Mm-hmm.
Witness protection.
Well, it wouldn't be real witness.
Well, no,
protection,
you're
Stanley,
right. That's a good one, actually. I didn't even think of that.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We will.
Soon.
In the meantime, Elsa has been busy recruiting this girl, Barbara.
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 Let's all take turns saying her name.
Barbie.
Barbara. Unlike the other Barbara, this one very much so has an ass.
Yes. This Barbara, she has a glandular. I can't even say that word.
Glandular.
Yes, that glandular. That
Glandular.
glandular. There we go. Glandular. It can be spoken now. Glandular problem.
Disorder.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes. In my medulla oblongata. So she's rather overweight.
Rather. We joke about the other Barbara having... Well, I joke about the other Barbara having no ass. This one, her ass is bigger than the other Barbara's entire body.
She found herself a fat one.
You're so insensitive, Michael.
For the clarity here, the other Barbara he's speaking about is Barbara on another show, which is Gotham, which you guys have no clue what we're talking about.
No.
So
connection.
I wasn't bringing that up. I was just saying Barbara.
Well, we need context if you're going to keep talking about a different Barbara.
Yes.
Otherwise, they don't know who you're talking about.
Oh my god.
So,
Boys. Okay.
Does she fit in with the freak show?
Sure. She's unique and different, and that's what people consider being a freak.
Yeah, she's different. She's unique, and she's just gonna keep shoveling down food and get bigger, and she's gonna be their fat woman. I didn't even know a fat woman was a freak show sort of thing.
Yep,
it is.
The fat lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Right, it ain't over until the fat lady. Wow. Okay.
But what was just so disturbing is when Elsa was talking to Jimmy about the bosom of his mom and all that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I that was officially creeped out at that moment, and then we saw the big fight go down where
he breaks up with Meg and
where Esmeralda and Jimmy. Esmeralda and Jimmy broke up, and then Jimmy went and motorboated Barbara.
Exactly. He did. He motorboated her boobs.
I think he just laid his head tears on her chest and cried a little.
And sobbed.
Right in her cleavage.
You know what? I'm not even going to get into this. I'm not even getting into this because he was on the edge of her. There's no cleavage near over here.
She's very large.
Yes.
Encompassed.
I'm staying out of this.
Well, at first I thought, what's he going to do? Lean in for a kiss or something? He's drunk after all.
He was like leaning on the pole like he was going to like attack her and maul her with his tongue. That's how it looked.
I know. And then he just started sobbing into her boobs. And I'm like, what the hell?
My initial thought when I saw that scene, as horrible as it sounds, was, oh God, Jimmy, don't hit that. She'll crush your hips.
Jimmy's really good with his hands. Don't forget that.
Oh right, I forgot about that little tidbit. That was like the first episode.
Yeah,
it was it was like the first scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is really good with his hands.
Who knows?
I don't know where they're
she'll
going
like
with that, but it was just really disturbing when Elsa put that in his mind.
Yeah,
that's just
at this point, I'd rather talk about Danny's naked ass right now. So can we move on to something?
So that naked ass,
that hairless white ass.
Nikki just wanted to go up and go smack.
Maybe a little nibble.
I hope not.
He was pretty hairless. I wonder if he shaves because his legs were pretty hairless.
No. He gets laser hair removal.
Not in the 50s.
In the 50s? Are you daft?
Am I daft? They had lasers in the 50s.
On nukes
like James Bond
aimed at Japan or something. Come on.
Nukes.
So yeah, he's totally. Yep.
He's hairless.
He's using a straight razor.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, he goes to the barber for that one. So, anything else for this episode? Please say no.
Walks into the barber. Hey, Dandy. Hey, Herb. Yeah, the usual
I was
today.
wondering-
Whips his clothes off.
I was wondering how they were going to do it, and I noticed they supposedly forked Penny's tongue, but I noticed it wasn't forked in this episode.
Ooh, interesting.
I didn't catch that, you know?
When they
That's-
showed a close up of her talking, I noticed her tongue wasn't. And she wasn't talking weird like she used to. But then again, if they caught it since it just happened, it could be
Could have healed. Yeah.
Put back together.
Doesn't seem like there'd be enough time for that to happen. She'd still be, speech impediment and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the tongue actually heals really, really fast. Like I've had my tongue ring for since I was 23. So like 15 years. And if I took it out, probably down a week, it'd be healed.
Huh.
I had a friend, this is a little side topic before we go on to the synopsis for next week. I had a friend in junior high, was leaning backward in his chair in class. He was in the back row. The entire desk whipped out from under him, whacked his head on the back counter, and bit his tongue almost clean off. It was hanging by a thread.
I've heard of people doing that.
Yeah, and it actually did heal pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Your tongue, it's a muscle, so it heals really fast.
I want to say it was back to normal within like a month and a half, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki, Omi's got Shark Cat. Guess who else has Shark Cat?
It's in two places at once. How is this possible?
It's
Yes.
very obvious. It's two different cats.
Anyway, next week episode is called the Tupperware Party Massacre,
Oh, this sounds like
Tupperware.
fun.
and
I
after
Does
love
it come with
something like
the
pauses.
patented burp?
maybe it does. After an episode
Keeping those
called
that
Pimp,
flesh fresh.
after an episode called Pink Cupcakes, I can't wait to see where the Tupperware Party Massacre goes.
Gotta keep the flesh fresh.
In the wake of a tragic loss, Jimmy sinks into a drunken despair. How is that any different from what we've already seen? A reading from Maggie spurs Dandy to action,
Dandy springs into action.
and Stanley and Elsa track down the twins.
Oh.
So, I don't know what Maggie and Dandy will be doing together. I have no clue, because to my knowledge, they haven't met outside of the murder clown spree. So,
Maggie and Dandy, they've met.
have they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember when.
I don't either.
Yeah. But that's just kind of a odd.
Because I know when Gloria and Dandy went to the freak show, that was before Maggie even showed up.
Yeah.
And I don't remember, they met at the murder clown spree, and then what was it?
I don't remember them meeting after
I
that.
don't either.
Me neither.
I remember the twins and
Mhm.
Jimmy and Dandy.
Maybe that's where I got mixed up.
Yeah.
It's around that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The twins were the one that were talking to Dandy, saying that he was the hero and all that. So yeah, Maggie and Dandy have not met outside of that, to my knowledge.
Nope.
So that's going to be interesting. And Stanley and Elsa track down the twins. From what we see in the preview, we see the twins with their heads lopped off in a jar, basically shriveled up, put on display. So,
Whatever.
Whatever.
He hooked them up with the doctor.
Oh.
I find a lot of other characters way more interesting than Bet and Dot. I don't know why they were a focus for so while.
Yeah, they seem to have dropped off recently, and
Mm-hmm.
can't really tell where this is going, like what it's all leading up to. Like we kind of knew like all these other seasons, right?
Yeah.
We knew where Murder House was leading up to. It was leading up to the whole family dying.
Yeah, it
You
was.
know,
I'm sorry. I have to let the cat out. She's about to, I think, take a crap in here.
Oh, perfect.
TMI. God.
Right?
Go ahead, Josie.
Thanks for the life story. Then
God, cat
for
needs some
Coven,
privacy.
it was basically the escape. Like that was the whole thing. Like it's get out of Coven. That was
Yeah.
that was that, or not Coven. The Asylum. The Asylum was the
Yes.
escape. You know, then we had Coven, and Coven was the Supreme, and it's finding out who the Supreme is. Freak Show, we don't really know the end game. It's
We
what,
have no
Elsa going to
idea.
Hollywood? Like that's her
Jimmy
end game.
leaving. Jimmy leaving.
Jimmy getting out of there for
I mean,
normal
I think what their
life.
overarching is the downfall of the Freak Show and all of them being put on display. I think that's what they're aiming for. But we already know from flash forwards that some of that does not happen. I mean, the only one that has come true is Ma Petite.
Right.
Yeah.
And the only thing that we know for sure is Pepper lives. That's all we know.
That's
Mhm.
really, that's the only thing we have guaranteed at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Soul Survivor Pepper.
probably.
Soul Survivor.
Probably. So, yeah, I think that about does it. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Excellent. Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
Nice. Mike, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Philidrin. Right there.
Where he takes photos of his cat taking a massive crap. You can find me down below at Phenomedom, Phenomedom, where you cannot find me taking pictures of my cats taking massive craps.
Who said I took a picture?
You can also
I did.
find Philidrin marrying out of wedlock at his Twitter.
Yeah. Where he does that regularly. Marries out of wedlock. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, G+. Nice. And right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. Tupperware Party Massacre.
Oh, a Tupperware party. I'm so excited.
We need Tupperware. I want to put some meat sauce in those Tupperwares.
We need Tupperwares.
Tupperwares.
Tupperwares, honey.
Yep.
Tupperwares to marry out of wedlock and store all the massive cat shit.
It has to have a burp. Don't forget the burp.
Don't forget the burp.